So, the big news this week is that Oracle, a database software company, laid off 30,000 of their employees across their global workforce. Evidently, Oracle notified these employees by a 6 a.m. email and they received no prior warning. One comment by a LinkedIn user that on a post that I read about the manner of the layoff stated something along the lines of, "This can act as a case study as to how not to perform a layoff. This will certainly ruin Oracle's reputation." And while I agree that it was done in a very dirty manner, but also as someone who has personally experienced a layoff in their 15-year work history, the truth is that organizations, they just keep going. No matter how small or large their workforce is or what they claim their values are. I'm not so sure if Oracle's reputation will be affected by this, and we shouldn't wait around for their reputation to sour. According to them, it was a business decision. And depending on who you ask, their reputation may actually improve. But what hits the hardest for those laid off employees, more than a loss of a paycheck and more than a loss of job stability, is a loss of identity, as many of the employees who lost their jobs at Oracle were there upwards of 10, 20, even 30 years. Many workers, not all clearly, but many workers do see their identity as one and the same as their job titles, duties, and responsibilities. And this really creates a power imbalance where the employee is a vulnerable party dependent on whatever the employer does. But we must remember that our identities are our identities to develop. When I first started my business in 2023, I began doing simple spiritual readings. And what I learned is that people were really asking me to help them explore their true identities. They were asking, what more is there for me? They felt internally that there was more for them. And they were asking this about their jobs, their marriages, and other areas of life. Being given instructions and following the rules throughout school and work, they were ready to explore themselves and follow their own blueprint. In my consultations, there's a lot of discussion around building self trust. So while layoffs hurt and that they are very disruptive, it tells us that we have to guard where we place our trust. And the best place to anchor trust is in the self. Those years given to our employers, the skills that we gained, the problems that we solved, they didn't go away. It's now wisdom that we carry within us. It's embodied. It's part of our identity, but it's not the whole. This history positions us perfectly for what to do next, even if we don't really know what that looks like just yet. I've helped clients who are professionals as well as clients who are existing entrepreneurs figure out what the next step is for them as new or pivoting entrepreneurs, how to best utilize their gifts and learn skills, who exactly to sell and market to, how to sell and market to them exactly, and lead and communicate as an individual anchored in identity. Again, coming from someone who was laid off, this challenge is temporary, but your potential is not. It is extremely important to detach your identity from your previous employer. Your true identity is really ready for you to step into it.